Give me a D and a G. It's the Dawg and Gus Show. It's the Dawg and Gus Show.
Welcome to the Dawg and Gus Show.
Now on Be Kind Radio.
Yes, indeed.
What's going on?
You know, another Monday night, another podcast with some stellar human beings.
Yes. Teigwan and Pookie, what's going on? Teigwan the trip, I should say, and Pookie.
Hey
what's
guys,
up?
thanks for having us.
Yeah. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming. Yeah, it was nice to meet you at Cranium. So we're excited to have a longer discussion. So it's going to be good.
Yeah. Shout out to Cranium and Jay Morris for connecting us.
Yes. Really great event. Everybody was getting up and explaining their music and also just a great vibe. So how did you feel about that whole situation at Cranium?
Cranium feels like a second home for me. I've been going for a couple years now. I'm actually native to the Gatineau region, and I had left quite a few years ago and spent some time in Montreal doing my music stuff out there. Only made my way back, I'd say 4 years ago now. So connecting with Cranium just seemed natural to me, and I've been going to the showcases and the conferences for 3 years now. So yeah, it feels good, man. I feel like I've kind of made a little name for myself showing face and networking. So showing out to Cranium this year, the third year in a row, felt like I had made all the connections and things like this start happening for us. You know, we get approached to be on a podcast with Dawg and Gus, the great Dawg and Gus, may I say.
Yeah, it's great, dog.
Oh,
Soundbite
that's
right there.
that soundbite's going to be all
Great.
over.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it was. It's a great experience. That's for sure. It was for us anyway.
Yeah.
So did both of you guys meet at Cranium, or did you know each other before the Cranium experience?
Oh yeah, no, we definitely knew each other before. We've known each other for a solid like almost 15 years now.
Wow.
I think
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we go way back in from Gatineau. I think I was around 15 when I first, or 14 when I first met Teigwan. And then yeah, man, we've been friends ever since. So yeah, we've known each other for a minute.
Nice. Get to know. When did you realize there was like real creative chemistry?
Yeah.
I'd say in high school, me and Pookie met in the hallways a lot, rode the same school bus. We didn't really get along at first, and then we got put in the same music class. And I played drums, and he dabbled a little with the bass and the guitar, so we automatically got put
Sometimes
in the
I
back of
forget
the
about
class.
that.
So yeah, me and Pookie started jamming in music class in high school together. I'd play the drums, he would hop on the bass, that sort of thing. And yeah, that's where we kind of seen that synergy.
Yeah, man,
evolve.
I knew this little 1-2 Nirvana riff, Team Spirit, and I'd just play that. He'd go crazy on the drums.
That's awesome. I love that.
And that's why music should stay in schools.
That's right. Exactly.
Yes, exactly. Shout out to the Algonquin
Yeah, honestly.
course that just got
Yeah,
cut.
stay in school.
So,
and
yeah.
fucking-
Brutal.
Sorry, am I allowed to
Yeah,
swear on this?
I'm not very happy when I heard that for sure. So, well, let's go back to the names, fellas. We need to know, our people need to know where Teigwan the Trip and Pookie came from.
Great question. I'll let Pookie start.
Sorry, you kind of lagged out there. What was the question?
You're cutting out a little bit there, Pookie.
Yeah, where'd you get the name? Obviously Pookie's not your real name.
No.
is it?
So you know what? The funny thing is, I've had a lot of different names in my my whole music career. I've had I'm not gonna lie, like 20 different names, and some of them are crazy. Like I remember my first one ever. I wanted to be all mysterious and all like no one's gonna know me. I'm gonna be behind the mask, and they're gonna want to figure out who I am and all this shit. My first name ever was Amorphous Symphony. It's the most out there
Still
name
for-
ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
exactly.
the one I have now, it came from my
Yeah.
mom. My mom used to call me Pookie.
We lost him. Okay. Go ahead, T.
No, there he is.
There he is. Pookie, we lost you there for a bit, buddy. You gonna sit still or what?
Yeah, I'm trying to get good connection here. Yeah, you know what? Let me go in the basement where I can get better connection here. Yeah, Teigwan can go
All
ahead
right.
and I'll answer after.
Yeah, so Teigwan the Trip came to me. My name's Tegan, and a lot of people back in the days were just saying Wagwan, like the Jamaican saying like what up, what's up,
Yeah.
Wagwan, and then they started saying Teigwan, and then it kind of just stuck. Before that, my rap name was actually THC. It was kind of on some like stoner rapper vibes, like Wiz Khalifa. And then I met another rapper from Ottawa. Shout out to Happy Kilmore. He was a staple in the community for a long time, and yeah, we just started freestyling together. He asked me what my rap name was. I told him it was THC, but my homies call me Teigwan, and he was like, "That's dope, Teigwan the Trip." And I was like, "Shit, I think I'm gonna keep that." And I stuck with it ever since. I was probably 16 at the time. So yeah.
Nice. I love that.
It's fun when it comes from somebody else, right? Like it's just like, no, he's got to be this. Oh, that is so cool.
Well, it's just like a simple something that came to him right away if you're having a discussion, like, when you have a discussion and something funny comes up, but then you just, you run with it, right? I love that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It also
Pookie,
felt
do you want
great
to,
coming from one of my mentors. He's kind of like passed it on to me as if like I was ready, so
Mm.
it felt good.
for sure.
Yep.
Okay, Pookie, try again. Where's your name come from?
yeah. Sorry about that.
No,
Yeah, I
sure.
was just saying, I've actually had quite a few different names in my whole music career. I think I've at least had like 20 different names. And I remember back, way back, like 10 years ago, my first one ever was Amorphous Symphony. I wanted to be this whole like weird, ghostly, like no one knows me, I got the mask and shit, like, no, no one's gonna know who I am, this and that. And anyways, 10 names after I got Pookie, and it's pretty simple. My mom used to call me Pookie, so I think I just kept it, sweet and simple.
Makes sense
Yeah.
to me. Listen to your mom. I like that. What would you say life was like growing up?
Rough and tough and gritty, mean.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, rough and tough, I guess. The old classic, the ghetto-ness, Yeah, I mean, shit, we grew up pretty similar, me and Teigwan. Didn't have much money. We lived in the rough neighborhoods, a lot of drugs and alcohol. We were surrounded by all that stuff, it's the usual you know, ghetto type of thing, to keep it simple, because
Yeah,
we could talk about all we could talk
Yeah,
about that all day.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
yeah, you put it pretty good.
Okay.
So was music always the plan?
Yeah, ever since I
Yeah,
can remember,
yeah.
music's been the plan.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Me and
So what?
Pookie really started understanding that we both had that same goal or same dream when we were young, so we really put our minds together and decided to do this together. You could say we're a duo of sorts. We are solo artists, but we really do move in unison and have grown together. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's all or nothing.
Yeah. What artists were on repeat in your house?
It's a
You could
broad
go ahead,
range.
keyboard.
Yeah, it's a broad range in my household. I grew up on all sorts of music. Originally, I was like a metalhead growing up. I listened to a lot of rock and classic rock and heavy metal, thrash, a lot of Metallica, a lot of Nirvana, and all sorts of other stuff. Fleetwood Mac, my mom liked Shania Twain, some Eminem, Dr. Dre, and then I'd say around years old or so, I discovered Tupac, and that just took over my mind. Tupac became like such a big inspiration for me, and from there it was all of the Wu-Tang, the Nas, it's the Black Dots, all the real lyricists and people who put on for hip hop. So yeah, I'd say a lot of Wu-Tang growing up, a lot of Tupac growing up, a lot of Nas growing up, a lot of Eminem, and then a whole lot of rock stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say the same. My family had listened to a lot of different things. I'm from Latin descent, so my dad would listen to a lot of like reggaeton and stuff like that. And I'm half white. My mom's from Windsor, Ontario, and she was listening to a lot of reggae actually, like Egyptian stuff like that, Bob Marley, all that stuff, dance hall. And my aunt, I actually looked up to my aunt a lot, and she got me into like alternative rock, like Blink 182 and all that, and Nirvana and all that shit. So yeah, growing up, it's a big mixture.
Yeah, that's the best way to go, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Don't limit yourself to one genre. Go out and see what else is out there. You don't have to love it all, but at least have a little bit of respect for the artistry.
That's all right.
Music, yeah, for sure.
Was the
yeah, especially.
do you remember? Sorry, Pookie, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, especially as creatives, as music guys, like we gotta really taste everything to be creative. I feel like if your mind is broad, like can't really. You need that. It's important.
Yeah.
It's good to pull from different areas, right? Now let's
Yeah.
get into that. You guys remember the first song you ever recorded?
I do. The first song I ever recorded was, I mean, me and Pookie used to record like really bare bones stuff together on his PC and put it out. Like I would record it and then we would film the recording playing and put it out on our Facebook.
Yeah.
My first official release was on SoundCloud, like probably 17, 18, with another local producer, Antoine. Me and Antoine worked together pretty closely on, I'd say, 3 or 4 different projects. They're more boom bap oriented. And that's what I was really trying to do when I was younger. I was on like the boom bap, classic hip hop lyricist tip. So me and Antoine would work on that sort of stuff. And yeah, I released my first track. I think I was 17. It was like a grimy New York style boom bap beat, and I was just talking about my upbringing. That's usually what most of my music draws from. Just growing up lower income, not feeling like you fit in, having to laugh in the face of adversity. That's a lot of what my music is about. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
You remember your first song?
I was with you for sure.
Yeah, it would have
Probably
been those bare bones tracks, huh?
yeah, like in your room back in the day, in your fucking little closet room. I was gonna ask, my bad. Am I allowed to swear on you?
Well, you already have.
Yeah.
So
You can't go back now.
No, yeah, you can.
Okay.
It's your hour,
My
man.
bad.
It's your hour.
Okay.
We're
My
all good.
bad, my bad. I
When
should
you
ask first.
creatively, like when you start, do you start with lyrics, melody, or is there just emotion that comes through first?
For me, it's like a mix of a couple different things. A beat could hit me, give me an emotion, and then I start writing based on that. I could have a template. I could have been writing the lyrics and then fit it to a beat. Most of the time, though, I'll play the beat, think of the emotion, the setting that I feel like could be put on the beat, and then I approach the lyrics in that sense, like musically. How do they fit on the vibe, Yeah.
Pookie?
Pookie just throws his 10 cents in there.
Yeah, you got that.
I mean, yeah, production wise, I could say because I don't really write. I mean, I've probably written a couple hooks here and there, for fun, but I'm not a writer. Yeah, production wise, beat wise, I mostly start with melody, or either a sample I could chop up. If I'm going for more rhythm, more swing, I'd start with drums. It really depends on the vibe, but well, most of the time it's melody or a sample I could chop up.
And do you find that the relationship, the friendship you guys have makes it easier for the two of you to put a song together?
Yes, that's 100%. Yeah, cooking up with Teigwan, there's nothing like it. As soon as we're in the studio together, we just cook up like the best music. It's not the same with anyone else. We just hop
Yeah,
on that wavelength, Like I always bring this up, and I always forget how he put it, but Scott Scorch, he put in a way where it was like when you're in a studio and everyone hops on a wavelength, and it's like you I don't know, you just know everything, you know what to do, and that's how it feels with me and Teigwan.
Yeah, I think it's tried and true with us. It's every time we have a workflow that's like consistent. I don't think there's ever really a time when we get in the studio together that something beautiful doesn't come out of it. And it's just due to the amount of hours we put in together.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's got to be a trust thing there, like where you kind of feel comfortable with the other person, so you can be free to write or sing or rhyme or have the beat or whatever, right? So, would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say like the music industry is really convoluted. There's a lot going on. And once you start delving deeper into the industry as well, sometimes it's a lot to handle. There's a whole lot of like different social energies going on. Everyone has their own ulterior motive that they're not necessarily talking about. Sessions go like all sorts of ways. You may not have too much control over what sort of energy is being pushed around or who's getting what out of the session. But when me and Pookie are able to lock in, it's just like water flows, It's just meant to be.
Another thing too is for me is that T1 writes really quick, and he could catch a vibe really fast, and I feel like that's so important as a beat maker. If he's hyped up, he's like, I could feel it. We just spitball from there, or snowball from there. It just gains traction right away. If he knows what it is, he knows what the vibe, and we know, and we just go from there.
Yes.
So, boy, what do you think? What makes someone a great producer, Pookie?
Someone who's versatile, producer who could have an artist's concept and idea come to life. If you're able to like translate what they're saying, like you got some artists like, I want to beat boop bop beep beep. It's like okay, I got you. I think that's important. You got to know what that beep bop beep is. So that's a good thing. Yeah, versatility. If you're really trying to expand, it's important to know all different types of genres. I mean, not like a bunch. A couple is good. Not just trap or not just hip hop. Another one last one. I think not to be greedy with your own vision. I've been in a studio with a couple producers. No, it's my way. But I feel like you're not gonna really. You got to work with the artist. So it's important to work unanimously with the artist.
Yeah, makes sense. Let's get into social media. Social media has become like almost as important as music. Do you love it or do you hate it?
I hate it. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it.
I think
I know.
Teigwan
I just
hates
want to
it.
make music, you know, and it is part of the game. I feel like the social media is like what the music business used to be for artists, where, you know, if you're really involved in the music business, you have legs to your art. So your art can walk around freely and make a name for itself. And now, like, the social media does that for artists. So it's important. It's hella important, but it's super time consuming. It's really hard to read, like, algorithms and trends. Like, no one is able to read where social media or the internet is going 10 years from now. So it's just hard on artists. It's hard on artists. I like, maybe there's some out there that love streaming and love doing that sort of thing, but me, I'm really like, I like to think of myself as a purist, and the art really matters to me, and selling out is not really very appealing to who I am. And I feel like social media is a big part of that, you know, people chasing fame and people trying to showboat and be yes men and act like trending stuff is all that's important. And I think it doesn't allow for diversity, and the music business is like overly saturated now. So yeah,
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
I second that.
Yeah, I could see why. We get that a lot from everybody.
Well, yeah, and it's we feel the same. I feel the same way. Like we do this, we don't do it to the same point. Like we do have to put ourselves out there to get people to. And you're right. It's like, what do we need to do to get to go viral? And we're like, wow, we thought of this really good idea and we love it, and it kind of just falls flat. And then the stupidest thing we've ever done blows up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, so it's just like I give up on that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, art is a fickle mistress. Well, I mean, I think it's like we just like talking music with people, but the point of it is that we have to share reels to grow the podcast so that
You
know
can
what I mean?
reach
Like,
more people.
yeah, reach more people, and
So that you guys can reach more.
that's right. It's mostly
Yeah.
about that.
You
More
guys are
about me.
doing well. I felt like the pink beard was a good conduit
that
for
was
that,
good.
you know?
Thanks,
Yeah, I
man.
like that. I like that.
Yeah, he switches it up.
I switched it
Sometimes
up. It was
blue recently.
It was
yeah.
blue because one of my students at the school near the last day of school was like, "Your beard is white," and I said, "Yeah, because the dye fades." He goes, "Can you do blue?" And he's just a little. I just love this kid because he's a kid with he's got a behavior problem. And I gravitate to these guys because that's what I grew up dealing with. And
Yeah.
I'm like, buddy, I can make it blue if you want. And I showed up the next day. And he was with his brother, and I walked over to him, and his grin went around the back of his head. He was so excited that I'd made it blue for him.
Yep.
So yeah, the pink, let me tell you guys, I was apprehensive going to this show because I got there before Gus, and I walked up to where some guys were standing outside, and they were just like, "Oh man, come here, come take our picture with us." And I'm like, okay. They like, you know, they're like, come here. And then I'm like, well, I'm going inside. And they're like, what? You're coming inside? That's cool, man. You're going to stick around for I'm like, I'm sticking around for the whole thing. But it was just like you say, like the whole thing was very inviting. I felt very, very welcomed. And
It's
I was
pink
just
beard,
like,
bro. Pink
it was,
beard.
yeah, if it hadn't been pink,
Yeah.
they probably would have said, move along, stuff
If I
along.
wasn't with you, I wouldn't have got in.
Yeah, you wouldn't have got in.
No,
That's
I
true.
wouldn't have got in. Even though I knew
Yeah,
more
it was the
about hip
pink
hop.
beard, man.
Yeah,
It was a pink
yeah.
beard.
I'm
No,
a,
but-
I'm a
Cranium
hip
isn't
hop
really that
purist.
inclusive.
But he's the hip hop guy. I'm not.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it'll definitely become pink once again.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
very popular.
How much, like, say on that social media, how much of that is online is actually you,
What do you mean by that?
authentically?
Are you just like,
Authenticity.
Are you just mailing it in? You're like, hey, it's Teigwan, you know?
No, I think
whatever.
it's more like yes, but also like I think are you pretending to be something you're not when you're on social media, or is that
No.
you?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's all me. I can't fake it, you know? Like, and
Yeah,
I am like, I do enjoy being in front of the cameras and in front of people. I'm a people's person. I always like, you know, talking for crowds and that sort of thing. So it does come natural to me. I can turn like myself on when I'm in front of the camera, but it's like finding a balance between the kind of content you want to make, which the content I want to make is like deep life stuff. You know, I want to talk about what I've been through and where I've been, where I'm going from there, and like show people that you can do great things with minimal. But it's trying to find a way to do that content without coming off as preachy or like poverty pornish, you know? Like, I don't know if you guys know the term, but like poverty porn, where, you know, people walk around and give money to people that look down, but they go viral off of it. And it's kind of like there's a fine line between taking advantage of people and doing good things, you know? And I don't want my content to look that way. So I'm just trying to find a good way to work those kinks out and, you know, get the most honest content I can without being perceived as one of those social media guys.
That's the way to do it. I mean, I think authenticity goes further. So that's why I was asking.
I believe that 100%.
Yeah.
And people will know, like they'll know if they know Teigwan and if they know Pookie. It's like, yeah, that's who they are, and that's the way they are. It's not a front. These guys are the real deal.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So what's been your biggest viral moment so far?
Virality. There's
Mhm.
not much virality with me right now. I think that my verse solo was pretty cool. That was pretty big in Montreal
Cool.
and Quebec, because like the Quebec Battle Rap League that I did some work with has some virality going for them. So I did like a live performance quite a few years back now. What would you say that was, Pookie? 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, I'd say like 4 years ago.
I did a live performance in Montreal for the Rap Battle League versus TV. They usually do French battles. This time around, they did like a live performance circuit where they had artists come in and do exclusive music. So you had to write it for the event on exclusive beats and perform it all with no backing. So that was quite interesting. And a lot of those clips went viral on like YouTube Shorts and stuff on their account. So that gave me some visibility.
Is that the Boiler Room?
Yeah, so it's similar to what Boiler Room does, you know?
Okay.
It was like a performance inside of like, I think it was a shoe shop, like a shoe store.
Yeah, that was actually a really good show. I wasn't expecting that, I'm not gonna lie. Like the energy and everything at that show was that was great.
Yeah, I'd say it's one of our milestone performances, like in our early career, you know, being in the underground.
Yeah.
And you can watch the whole thing on YouTube on Verse Solo TV. So it's VERSOLO.TV. It's a Montreal-based platform.
Yeah, I think I saw it when I looked you guys up, actually. Like, looked in further did my research. I looked that up.
Did his stalking research.
Stalking, yeah. Did you ever completely forget your lyrics?
Yeah, I've forgotten my lyrics before. I've I've forgotten my lyrics before. It doesn't happen very often. Sadly, you know, I went and did an appearance at a friend's show on a song that I was featured on, and I got like a little too deep in the bottle that night, and you know, I got a little too loose. And then when it was my time to go up, I was kind of like in front of the lights. Yeah.
We just gave each other like a little eye contact, and it was like it was both like mutual. Like, did you just do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the show, I went up to Pookie.
Pookie probably knew the lyrics and he was like, "You fucked it up." So
yeah, and I went up to him and I was like, we just kind of nodded.
That's funny.
Agreed, you know.
Yeah.
That's and you just went on with it, right? You just kind of like, no, that was what I meant to say.
Keep rolling.
Yeah.
You push through it.
Yeah, but you got to push through it, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any pre-show rituals?
Yeah, I do. I don't know. Like, I usually smoke a fat joint and take a shot of something, you know, a little drink to get me feeling warm, maybe a shot of tequila or something. These days I try not to drink too much, so it's a little easier for me to take that one drink before I go on as part of my ritual. But I'd say like before this year, I was still drinking a little heavier, so sometimes that last little shot of tequila can send me over a little, you know, especially when you rap fast. I have a high energy show. I rap fast. The drinking doesn't help, you know, so try to stay away from the drink before performing. Just one or two, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, you just robbed a bank and you're in the car and you're driving away. What song's playing?
In a Jam. In a Jam's playing by me and Pookie.
Nice.
Yeah, that's exactly 100%.
Yeah, it's a bank robbing song, you know.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
All right.
I was gonna ask.
You got one today?
Yeah, The Watcher. It's Dr. Dre on the Chronic 2001 album.
Of course.
Ooh, that's
Things
a
just
crazy
ain't the
song.
same for gangsters.
Yeah, that's a crazy song.
Eminem wrote it for Dre, which is insane because it sounds like he was in Dre's head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just exactly like Dre's rhymes. So yeah, I'm a historian. When I got that album, I played it straight for 4 months
and became a man.
No, that was the first Chronic.
Oh,
so the first
bad.
Chronic, I was 13 or something like that, or 12 or maybe younger. But I remember getting that cassette, tells you how old I am, and then putting it in and then hearing that Chronic, the first Chronic album, and I say all the time that made me a man. That was when I was a little boy, and then I played that cassette, and I was a man.
It's the interludes that made you a man.
That's right,
it.
brother. That's right. You know.
Those raunchy interludes, yeah.
And the rest is history.
Yeah, exactly. When
Yeah.
Dr. Dre was like putting in work. Yeah, go ahead, doggy.
What's one song everyone should hear first?
Your
By
first-
me or by like a song that I
You
love?
choose. You choose.
Whatever you want. One of your
Say
songs, song that you've got hooked on.
And I'm gonna keep it simple and say if you haven't heard Changes by Tupac, you have to do some research. You know, yeah,
He's a
Dear-
poet.
yeah. Dear Mama or Changes, like you can't go wrong showing someone that song. You know,
Brenda Had a Baby's pretty good too.
underrated. I feel like these days.
Well, that album's underrated.
It is.
Tupacalypse Now, I think that's what it's from, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that album is unbelievably like very poetic, very good.
Trapped is a great one off that album as well.
True that. I like that one too.
Yeah, I like to think of myself as a little bit of a historian as well. So
Yeah, I like that. Tupac Tupac to me was the truth. That's for sure. He was, especially when he came out of jail, he was just like he came out firing. Like it was just wild how much he was ready. He had written for a year and a half, like he was in prison, just writing. The music before jail and then the music after jail are like two different things. Like he's very poetic in both, but different ways, right? Way more gangster over here, but before it was more about the ghetto and how that lifestyle is and what's wrong with this. And then he came
Yeah.
out here and he's like, fuck all of them. And like, just like destroys everybody. It's a very, I love Tupac and I loved Biggie too. So I was like upset that thing came together. Cause if you go back, go on your YouTube and watch Biggie freestyling in Brooklyn at 17 years old. And there's a video of him just freestyling in front of like his apartment.
very
it's-
infamous. Yeah,
It's fucking unbelievable. Like,
yeah. It's
sorry.
a great video.
Yeah. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there, but I do enjoy the hip hop.
Every time we talk about this genre, you always get excited.
I do.
It's fun.
Well,
It's fun.
I just remember it being a big part of my life. Like I grew up in an area that wasn't very desirable as well, and I just remember it was
It
kind of
resonated with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Which song of yours almost didn't get released?
Shit, man. I'd say like all the early music it could have not released, based on like lack of resources and work ethic and all that sort of thing. It's only now that we have sure shots like set release dates but back then it was really like make the music and then figure out how to try to put it out. I couldn't really draw back to one specific song, I don't think, but I could say that like it can be stressful trying to get like the content and all of the assets done for music when you don't understand how the music industry works. So a lot of that early music was just grinding it out, and there was a lot of like bumps in the road to getting to those releases. Me and Pookie were recording out of his apartment. We built a booth in his apartment and we were getting noise complaints all the time. Just having a hard time, getting to do what we wanted to do at first. It's hard for anyone, I guess, to get into the industry.
True.
Yeah.
You'll never forget those times. That's the other thing.
That's
Hey,
it ain't a single till the cops show up, right?
that's right. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's happened a couple times.
Exactly. Officer, can you say that a little bit louder because we're still recording here
Yeah.
and we want
Say
you
it
to.
into the
I have just a quick funny story about our neighbor actually when we had
Please.
a little studio there in Montreal. This guy hated us, man, because I don't know. I guess his room was right on top of us. Yeah, he wrote us a letter once and he put it on our front door. And I came back home from work and I forget exactly what it said, but it was something along the lines of like, "You need to shut the fuck up. Your music is ass and it sounds like ass and you are ass." Something like that. Like it was just wild, man. And
Wow.
I actually took it and I put it and I framed it. And I put it in the studio and I forgot to take a picture of it, man. I'm so sad. I wanted that as an album cover. It would have been so fucking sick. But yeah, funny story.
And then send your neighbor a copy of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
signed copy.
It's available
the,
copy, honestly.
Thanks for the inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be funny. I'd be like, what the? Any
Mhm.
dream collaborations, Teigwan?
Dream collaborations?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's rough.
Yeah, that's a
I don't
good
know, like-
question. Damn.
I would love to rap on an Alchemist beat one day. I think that would be a dream, is to rap on an Alchemist beat. Alchemist is one of my favorite producers. So
He's fucking good. He's very good. You'd like him too, dog.
yeah.
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
that's
like
a good one.
a verse
Sorry.
from one of the greats. That's what I could say. But that Alchemist beat, yeah, that would be great.
Pookie? Any hip hop artists you'd like to work with? Dead or
Yeah.
alive? Anyone?
I'm going to say J. Cole. I want to produce a beat for J. Cole one day. That'd be
That would
sick.
be sick too, yeah.
a producer that I'd want to work with. There's a couple. I'm gonna name two. One from more back in the day, Timbaland, and more this day, Metro Boomin. That's what I'm gonna say. Those guys are great.
Timbaland was a hit maker, bro.
Yes, he was. His name
the
was
king.
He was all over everything.
Yeah, Nelly Furtado.
Yep.
Missy, obviously.
Yeah.
Timbaland's
Justin
mind,
Timberlake.
the way he operates, man. It's just he's like a savant. Like it's crazy.
I actually liked him even when he was with Magoo. Do you remember Timbaland and Magoo? Like when they had that little collaboration. Like I don't know. Magoo was a pretty good hip hop, like a rhymer. I liked his flow.
Yeah,
So,
no.
yeah, Magoo.
That's
yeah.
real early Timbaland, no?
Yeah. It was before he became really
Yeah.
a producer only. Like he was still rhyming, and I mean he rhymed on Missy sometimes, but other than that, rapid fire. You ready?
Yeah.
Favorite rapper?
J. Cole.
There we go. GOAT album.
All eyes on me.
I'm gonna say Life of Pop.
Nice.
Good one too. I like that one too. Favorite city?
VH. Gatineau.
That's good.
I disagree, but good for you.
Represent.
I'm gonna say Montreal. I haven't been to much places.
Fair. Montreal's a great city.
It is. We agree. Except for when you're driving with Gus and he's playing a third of a song all the way.
If it was hip hop, I'd listen to the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't get me started on driving in Montreal.
No, we're not going to go there.
It's bad.
No.
It's rapid fire, dog.
Yeah,
Keep it going.
I know. I'm going. Coffee or energy drinks?
Coffee.
Coffee. Yeah.
Studio at 2 p.m. or 2 a.m.?
Yeah. Both.
Yeah, 2 a.m. I'll give it 2 a.m. because it's
2
more
a.m.
often than not you're in the studio late at night. But I would prefer early morning, like 6 a.m.
Fair.
One artist Canadians are sleeping on.
I just found one. His name is Jev, and he's popping off right now. But like the way he raps, I feel like he should be like really up there. He's crazy, man.
Jev.
Insane. Yeah, Jev. J. Period.
Yeah, Jev's dope. He's from Ottawa too.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Remy Picasso. He's one of my collaborators, but I have to shout someone out that I
Yeah,
want.
yeah. Shout out
He's
Remy.
an underrated lyricist, and he deserves his flowers. So I'll give it to Remy Picasso from Montreal.
Nice.
Vinyl or streaming?
Vine.
Streaming.
Biggest pet peeve.
When someone goes, oh, guess what? Never mind.
Yo, when someone's fucking doom scrolling in the studio with their volume all the way up, I hate that shit. Hate that.
Doom scrolling
Worst
anywhere with their volume up.
Yeah.
Best producer ever.
Pookie.
Hey,
Honorable mention to Alchemist. Honorable mention to Alchemist.
for me, I'm gonna say J Dilla.
I would
Yeah.
go with Dre, but that's just me.
Yeah. Analog or digital?
I'm gonna say digital.
I'm gonna go analog. I love me some MPC.
Can I say both? I want to say both.
Sure. You can
Yeah,
say
I
whatever
want
you
to say
like.
both. Yeah.
There we go.
It's your show, Pookie. Come on, man.
Yeah.
One plug-in you couldn't live without.
Ozone.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna say EQ, Fruity Loops EQ. It's the stock plugin. I use that thing on everything.
Nice.
A most underrated artist? That's a heavy question, man.
Mm.
I'm gonna give it to like Mike Shab right now in Montreal. I think he's really, really dope, and I don't think a lot of people are listening to his shit in the hip hop community. So I think Mike Shab's really dope.
Nice.
I can't think of any right now, but I'm gonna have to agree with Teigwan, Mike Shab.
All right.
Oh,
Favorite snack in the studio?
Beer.
yeah, there's not a lot of snacks going on in the studio other than like
that's
spliffs and maybe a couple beers.
Some Doritos on the floor.
Scooby.
Yeah. Scooby snacks. That's right, bud.
Best concert you've ever seen?
Ozzy Osbourne at the Scotiabank Arena was pretty dope.
Get out. Pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds friggin' amazing. I haven't been at I've been to Blues Fest like 10 years ago. I seen 50 Cent, and I've been to one with my girlfriend, and we went and seen Nicki Minaj. And I'm gonna give Nicki her roses. That was actually crazy. I'm gonna have to say the Nicki Minaj one.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it was like Rack City or something.
Nice. Okay. Couple fun questions for you. Worst job you've ever had?
Sand. Drywall sanding. I started working for this motherfucker's stepdad when I was like 15, and I did that shit for years, and that shit sucks ass.
Sanding, same here, man. We worked together. That shit is the worst job we could ever have.
Yeah.
I did it for a summer for my uncle's father-in-law. I went up to Guelph and worked for a summer doing construction. Figured out real quick it wasn't for me.
Yeah, fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Funniest things that happens in the studio. That happened in the studio. Between beers, I guess.
Funniest thing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
happened in the studio.
I can't. I can't really think of anything, honestly. There's a lot of little things here and there, you know?
There's some wild
Yeah.
stories. Like one time we had a commercial space in Montreal. We were renting a commercial space after the residential space, like recording in Pookie's apartment and shit. And it was
Yeah, 'cause you
like
got kicked out.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So we had
sorry,
a whole
go on.
floor. There was like a whole floor with all studio rooms all spread out, and we were renting one studio room. And we're having a session with Remy Picasso, and this random dude just walks in the studio. He just walks in and he goes up to Remy as if he knows him. So I'm thinking maybe he knows my boy Remy, and then he introduces himself to us, and then he just leaves, and we're all like, "Yo, you know him?" And no one fucking knew him. Just random dude walked into our studio session like as we were recording a song. We're all like, "What?" So yeah, that was kind of funny.
That's
you know?
fantastic. Yeah.
That's
Good for him for like just being like comfortable with, hey, what's up, guys? I'm so and so, you know? And just like he must have been tweaking or something.
We actually had to kind of figure out who he was, you know, wondering like, who's this guy just walked in our, so we went and chased him down and figured
Yeah.
out. Shout out to DJ
Yeah, we
Clemo.
like
Yeah.
went
He
around
had
the whole
a
building.
studio down the hallway and just wanted to see what we were cooking. But it was kind of like, what?
Hilarious. Have either of you ever accidentally sent the wrong text?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's happened. It's happened before.
You just gotta play it off like, yeah, I meant that. That was for you somehow.
Attaboy Pookie.
Yeah, that's it. Play it. Biggest conspiracy theory you almost believe.
The Tupac's still
Wow.
alive, man. He's got to be out there.
You want to believe that one.
We all do.
I just want to believe, you know, he's in Cuba with his aunt.
And Elvis.
Yeah, Elvis
There
is
we go.
too,
Yeah.
There we go.
Pookie, you got
Pookie?
one?
Yeah, I'm yeah, okay, actually, I don't believe it, but there's some shit that's questionable. I'm gonna say flat Earth, man. That's just crazy.
Yeah, fair. Flat Earth is pretty crazy. Who survives longer in a zombie apocalypse?
Shit, me and Pookie together, we're both surviving.
Yeah, me and him together, you know, that's it. If I die, he dies. He dies, I die.
There you go.
Yeah.
Who's always late?
Me.
Teigwan.
Yeah, I'm always late. Fashionably late though.
Fast, believe it.
Always.
Fashionably means you're really late. That's all that means.
Yeah.
I could be
Who-
late sometimes, though.
Fair. I'm never late. Who spends the most money?
I think when we both got money, we're just, you know, losing it all.
Big
I don't know.
big spenders.
Big spenders.
Big
yeah.
spender. In one hand, out the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Who would survive on a reality show?
Who would- Damn. How would you?
Let's
Like,
talk Survivor.
say
Which one of you would
Survivor.
survive on Survivor?
You guys would both be at the end, but who goes first?
Yeah,
I
think I'm
both of us
surviving
again.
Survivor.
I can't.
Yeah.
I
Split the
think
money.
we're- What?
You split the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Pookie
like
Pookie needs a comfortable place to sleep though. I don't, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
There
a
you
I
good
think
go.
I would take the
Pookie's
money
out.
home.
Pookie's out.
Pookie's out. My money's on Teigwan the trip.
Exactly.
Sorry. A little bit deeper now. So what motivates you now compared to 5 years ago?
My baby boy.
That'd do it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That'd
I'm,
do
My
it. Quick.
son.
I'm gonna say we got more structure now. You know, I feel like for me as I need like a plan, a structure to follow. I feel like when it's just ideas being sporadically like thrown out there, it's hard for me to go through. Now that we got a, you know, management deal and plans to release projects and all that, and, you know, strategies, that's what motivates me the most.
Shout out Patrick
Yeah.
Juga, our manager. He's
Yeah.
obviously been able to help us a lot along the way this last year, so that's been a beautiful thing. Something I only dreamed of 5 years ago was having a manager and signing a management deal.
Awesome.
Dreams come true.
They
when
do.
when you put them out there.
When you manifest them, Gus always talks about
That's
that.
right.
What's something people misunderstand about you?
I don't know. I feel like I kind of got a mean mug sometimes. Like I got like a kind of a straight face when I'm in public, and people think maybe I'm unapproachable, but I'm a super fun, nice guy. I'm always looking to make new friends and, you know, collaborate and stuff. But I feel like from where I come from, it makes me kind of vigilant. I'm always on edge, watching what people are doing around me, that sort of thing. So unless people go like, yo, what's up with that guy? He's kind of cold, you know? Like, you just got to get to know me and I'll open up.
Just watch
Yeah,
this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say kind of the same thing, but more like I don't know. I tend to be quiet with people I don't like. I'm not really messing with, and people think I'm just like a shy, quiet guy, but it's really just like I don't really fuck with you that much, and I'm not really willing to show that side of myself. I think that's something like I got a lot of people saying, "Oh, hey, Pookie, you're shy, yeah, you're quiet," but it's not, not at all. When I'm comfortable, I'm really I'm open. I'm completely opposite of that. So I think that's something that people misunderstand from me.
I think it's from where you come from too. Like I'm similar in the sense that I'm kind of I can be standoffish, look that way, but I'm really actually extroverted and I want to talk to you. So yeah, I
Mm.
think that comes from where having maybe a single mom in a area that isn't really a nice area, maybe as you
Yeah.
mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe could be wrong.
yeah, it's a good
Could
observation.
be. Yeah.
I also
He's
do
had a
think that
few.
me and Pookie have run into people that we can't trust in the music industry from time to time,
Mhm.
collaborators
Mhm.
that don't necessarily care about our career. They only care about using us to go further in their certain adventures, you know what I mean? But like that's something that kind of makes me hesitant to be automatically open and welcoming. You know, I feel like if you're willing to break down that wall that I've set up for myself, then I'm willing to understand who you are and work with you a bit more. But if it's off-putting to you right away, maybe it's just not for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
That's a good
got
point.
you get a good bullshit meter too, so that's always a nice thing to have when you can smell it out, you know?
Yep.
Mhm.
How do you deal with criticism?
I take criticism well if it's from a place of like constructivity, you know? If it's constructive, I'll take the criticism.
Yeah. If I see it's like an actual like comment for constructive criticism, I'll take it. But you got those type of people that are like just trying to put you down, and you could see that. I don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
That's my take on.
Yeah. Pookie just puts it in a frame.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That is good. Frame it.
Frame that shit.
Yeah. Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Sorry, you go.
Yeah. When things aren't going well creatively, how do you reset?
Pretty sure Teigwan likes to go and smoke a spliff, get some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you read me well. I was like, what do I do? But that's exactly what I do. I leave the room, I smoke a spliff, and I come back fresh and but
Yeah. I don't smoke. Like I stopped in high school and shit, or my early 20s, I would say. But yeah, I just go outside with him, get some fresh air, laugh a bit, throw some jokes at each other, kind of reset that way.
Get loose. I like that. What legacy do you hope to leave? It's
You
time to
go
think
ahead.
about
I
it.
know
Yeah.
I gotta. I hope to leave like I want to impact generations to come. You know, I want to leave like a real special foundational like type of structure behind for people to benefit from. I, my goal is only to get a platform through hip hop to then have that platform to use it to bring notice to certain problems that happen in the communities that I grew up in, you know, and create services for people that don't have the services, that sort of thing.
Well,
Good. Good legacy.
That's a noble legacy right there.
I want my music to be listened to, throughout after I pass. I want it to be like one of those vinyls. You go and search for. You're like, oh, what's this? And it's oh yeah, this is an old hit. I think that's kind of what I want for it to stay for a couple of years after I pass.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, timeless music.
Timeless music.
So what's coming up next for you two?
We got a project in the works right now, set to be releasing next year, but we also got one releasing in the next month. Oh, actually, sorry, a couple singles being released and then a project. Bad Things Coming Through. So that's something that we're working on right
Yeah, I got some dates I could shoot off.
now.
The 4th of
Do it.
July, I'm going to be at Avant Garde Bar co-hosting the Capital Rap Battles event. The 12th of July, we're releasing our first single, Gravediggers, off of the next project. The 19th of July, we have a second single. 26th of July, we have a third single, and the project releases August 9th. You can also find me at Nouveau Lounge on July 10th. I'll be opening for Smoke Perp. And then July 11th, I'll be in Montreal as a special guest on my buddy Jordan Eric's set, performing at FM Fest. So we have a pretty packed month. All of this is leading up to the release of our project Bad Things Come in Threes, which is coming out August 9th. We're going to be having a album release party, and there will be some details that we'll be putting out in the next 3-4 days or so. So look out for all that.
Fantastic. Busy summer. I love that.
Yeah. July's just going to be killer for you guys. That's awesome.
All right.
You
So
know,
we ask everybody the same question at the end. Is it 80s or 90s as a decade of music?
90.
90s. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. I figured as
90s.
much.
90s.
My bad.
Yeah,
So-
that was shocking.
Wow, come
Yeah.
on, dog. Sometimes, you just feel it because if he's talking
But
about
hey, if
Tupac
you went
as his favorite
earlier,
hip-hop-
I would have chose something earlier, like 70s. I like
Yeah, that's why
70s.
we don't throw the 70s or the 60s in there because we know those were epic decades of music. Well, so were the other two, but it's just kind of fun because we're both.
I'm 90s, he's 80s. So that's just
Okay.
and
what it
there's
is.
a shock. There's
Yeah.
a shock right there.
I have a weird question. That's not that weird. What hip hop group is the best of all time?
Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I forget about Wu-Tang, but I always say
He's only said it like 5 times.
I know,
on
and
the
I
show.
love Wu-Tang.
I know you do.
I was gonna say Tribe Called Quest because I love them so much, but I think
Mhm.
Wu-Tang's definitely better for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna second that. Yeah, Wu-Tang 100%.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I asked the question because I love
A lot of
Tribe. I
great
just love
groups.
Tribe. Yeah.
A lot of great groups, though. You know, me growing up, I didn't listen to too much Tribe. I definitely respect what they do and what Q-Tip's done for the culture and stuff. But I just related more to what Wu-Tang was putting out, so I just became a head automatically. You know, Wu-Tang's for the kids. You just can't go wrong with Wu-Tang.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But if you go back and listen to some Tribe and how they, and as a producer, Pookie, with their using jazz as their kind of their background and sort of how they mix with that,
Yeah.
and then with Fife and Q just being so amazing together. I don't know. I love Wu-Tang though. Don't get me wrong. Wu-Tang forever. And I have that when I got that double CD, it was amazing. Triumph is like one of the greatest. Like I think that Inspector
Deck.
Yeah,
Deck.
yeah.
That Triumph verse. Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how I'll be dropping these mockeries, lyrically performed armed robbery, flee with the lottery, possibly they spotted me. Battles.
Yeah. I remember it still. It was fucking amazing. Gentlemen, thanks a lot. We really appreciate your time. And
Thank you.
it was a great chat.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Hey,
New
hope to see you
Dream
guys around.
collaboration. I just saw that there.
Well, no, I can't rhyme like Teigwan. I just know my music from when I listened to it in the 90s in my fucking Discman. And that was
yes, your Discman. Yes.
That was
The
a good time.
Discman.
The
The
Discman.
infamous disc.